I look back and say, dang man, why did I do some of that stuff? You know, I got into my first shootout at 15 years old. 15 years old. I'm still thinking like, how did that even happen? At 15 years old, what possessed me to grab a gun and start shooting in a crowd full of people?
So I took my time to really just figure out like, who am I? Why did I become this person? How did I get here? That's a hard question to really answer. And I think that's something that a lot of men struggle with as we go through our journeys. How did we get here? You know, I woke up one day and I was just playing around with my friends and just goofing off, just being ourselves, and turn around and find out like, oh, that's unhealthy. That's toxic. That's causing harm, not just to other people, but to yourself.
I seen his trauma, I seen their trauma, because for me, realistically, even though I had shot somebody, I had been shot before, I had been robbed at gunpoint, I did all this shit, it didn't feel traumatic for me yet. It didn't feel traumatic for me yet, it still felt like my norm.
At some point, the guy put a gun out. And I remember like, people ducking and dodging, and in that moment, I look back on it now, life or death wasn't the thought. My immediate thought was, what will people think if I run? And I look back at that, and it's like, man, I could have died that day. But I made a choice. I committed to an altercation that day, let's just say that. Luckily, I survived.
When I look back now, I realize something. The strongest men I've ever known weren't the loudest. They weren't the most intimidating. They weren't the ones that always had to win. They were the ones that made people around them feel safe. Safe to fail, safe to ask questions, safe to disagree, safe to be vulnerable, safe to ask for help. That's the kind of man I want to be.
And now I sit there and serve, I work as executive director of a nonprofit with youth that come from similar backgrounds as me, from broken homes, from victimization, or even hearing the words like, you're not good enough. I deal with a lot of kids that experience neglect. And the reason why I sat there and want to make that my mission is because of my own life, because of my own choices, because of the things that I saw. I don't ever want that to repeat for kids.